Hello and welcome to the Kundalini podcast. That was Zen. This is Tao. I'm Vivek Govekar. I guess it's been a while since I made the videos on my other channel, which was also called That Was Zen. This is Tao. For various reasons, I cannot get into that account. So I decided, okay, let me just start a new channel, call it That Was Zen. This is Tao. Maybe part two. I don't know how I'm going to label it right now. I'm just making the video. The point is that I still want to communicate about my experience. The only problem was because of this experience, I had some major changes in my life. My relationship changed, I got divorced, and I fell into a depression. And it wasn't easy with this thing in my back, the Kundalini awakening. So, as it happens, I got out of a lot of stress, and the energy kind of guided me to get rid of my personal belongings, my attachments, and get on the monastic path and be more like a monk. I had some other responsibilities I had to take care of, and I did those successfully, but mainly it was about my healing process. It took me about 3 years, and now here I am making this video again. I made many attempts to make videos for a little while, and none of them actually came to anything. And I thought, okay, well, let me just leave this for later. I moved from where I used to live, which is a state called North Carolina in the United States of America. I moved to California and currently live in Malibu. It's a beach town and quite popular. You've seen a lot of movies with that beach. It's really famous, beautiful, scenic, and I'm focusing on my artistic abilities, the photography, screenplay writing, and of course on the back burner always was this channel and spreading the spiritual wisdom, because people have been asking me about that a lot, and I was kind of sad that I was disappointing a lot of people who were enthusiastic and were getting some support spiritually, mentally, emotionally because of these videos that I make. So here I am, I'm back. So the first thing I'd like to say is what have I learned on this journey over the last 3 years? And of course, over the last year, there's been COVID. So let me just talk about how mindfulness, meditation, affirmations, a positive approach can help you through serious problems, serious issues. In my case, a lack of financial support, being on very little money, and also trying to heal my back and be in that meditative state, be monastic, work on my creative abilities while dealing with the aftermath of a divorce, and then being hit by COVID. How does one survive? How does one stay strong? The first thing that helped me out a lot was I had trained my mind through regular practices of meditation and mindfulness to watch for thoughts coming into my mind and identifying patterns of negativity that I had inculcated in me. For example, we're used to saying things like, oh, if it was me, it would be so nasty. Like you watch some amazing athlete on a video on YouTube or Facebook, and how they land a perfect jump, a gymnast, for example, or a figure skater doing some incredible spins, a ballet dancer, incredibly flexible. And the first instinct we are programmed to have is to say, oh, if it was me, I would fail in blah, 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 break my ankle, whatever. Stop yourself. You're not doing yourself any favors. If you want to try it, well, yeah, so what if I break something? Oh, so what if I land it badly? So what if I sprain an ankle? I'll still do it, is the spirit that carries you on. Now, one of them, what I just described, is a positive thought. But the first instinct to handicap yourself is a negative thought. And you got to watch yourself for these kind of negative thoughts, mental chatter, and stop it. How do you do that? Technically, it's just a practice. It's muscle memory, like any other muscle you flex. You have to keep working on it. A regular practice of meditation and mindfulness allows you, in my case, to watch thoughts as they come in, and you have categorized them as positive and negative thoughts. In one of my previous videos on that other channel, That Was Zen, This Is Tao, you can look it up, is about getting on an upward spiral of thoughts and preventing the downward spiral from happening. One stray negative thought here and there, no big deal. You latching on to it not identifying it, not immediately going into your measures that you take to defend your mind from the potential of being hacked by someone with negativity thrown in, and you yourself accepting that, all of these processes, if you have worked on your mindfulness, if you have worked on your meditation, become a routine habit for you to watch out. And once you're watching out for them, it's easy to discard those thoughts, and you have other methods like affirmations, mantras to put in, and then break out that cycle. Alternate nostril breathing breaks your thought cycle, puts a positive thought, and you're back on track to where you were. It also helped that in the past I was into bodybuilding, I was into other habits that I had put in after my awakening, like writing 3 pages a day. And when your established routine, let's say you're working out for many weeks, you've gone to a certain point, and for some reason there's a breakdown, emotional, mental, something happens that you cannot work out for maybe a month, then the routine, the discipline is not to go back to where you were and, oh, why am I not at that high level anymore? You just go back to your starting exercises, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever mine was, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and then go back, slowly build up again. The going back, starting again, not latching on to negativity, not staying stuck in the past, and slowly building up again is the habit you have to inculcate. So it's not just working out, looking at your muscles and saying, look, I made this progress when things are going well. It's when you have a gap and how to cope with it and go back to the routine, along with the mental problems, along with the emotional trauma of whatever it was that caused a break in your practice. I already had that. Now, along with meditation, along with mindfulness, along with affirmations, it made me that much stronger to deal with it. And that came in handy for COVID because I was already dealing with some calamities, misfortune, and bringing myself back up slowly. Come down again, bring back up, strengthen yourself again. Make sure that there's no pattern of negativity coming at you, which others in their laziness have made a pattern of saying some negative things and pushing some buttons. You have to make sure that that process doesn't work for them without you doing something offensively or as a self-defense mechanism to put an end to that. Get out of that. Find better people around you. That's what it was. The group of people, the psychology from my previous relationship. I didn't want it to spill over to my current reality, even before COVID for a couple of years. So I kept working on these methods. Now, I am happy to report that those 69 videos that I made in that past were put to test in the most trying circumstances imaginable for a person's mental health, emotional health, physical health, uncertainty, all kinds of negativity coming at you, and how to now defend yourself using those, adapting, taking feedback, changing certain things, and coming out stronger. And I am very proud and very happy and blessed to report that it has been a success, resounding success beyond my wildest imaginations. I'm out of my old cocoon, I'm out of my old mindset. The toxic associations don't have a hold on me. And at the same time, I'm getting stronger because each method is refined to the point that it comes back. Exactly like I said, now I'm working out again. With the constant reminder in the back of the Kundalini energy, also helps you keep out other thoughts, other things that come at you, which may have in the past had a hold on you. But because you have this energy, a different experience from what everybody else has, even in your darkest times, you have the strength. And the first thing that the energy does is it puts these good habits in you, cleanses the past, takes the bad out of you. And those 4 dates, the equinoxes and solstices. So I went through my winter, no depression, came out at the other end, stronger, and then building up. You also learn patience of sustaining some negativity for the time being as you're going through it, so that when you come triumphant, bide your time, come at the other end, you can then go and deal with whatever was causing trauma or negativity in your life. Some person that you have to kind of tolerate for a while. And then come out at the other end and then go and say, hey, not taking this anymore. And make sure that it's justified so that it's for everyone to see that you were being unfairly targeted and you put a stop to that and only that. And then go back to your own business of doing something creative and positive for your life, not getting caught up with somebody's drama when you're triumphant over them or when you're losing to them. Either way, it's a distraction. That trauma, that drama, that give and take is not positive for your life. Your constructive actions come from going back to a routine in spite of everything that is going on and dealing with it as appropriate for that situation, maybe dealing with it later, afterwards, and coming back to your life, your productivity, your goals. And that has been the journey, that has been the struggle. But if you stick to it, use your discipline, you then find that the attacks coming from people and whatever circumstances around you, naysayers, you've already accomplished those things. People that say no and don't want good things for you and say this will never happen have never gone out and tried something. But if you have done that, taken the risk, gone out and done something, you have proof. You say, what the hell are you talking about? I've already done this. I already have more. I already have a YouTube channel with like 5,000 subscribers. I can only build up from there. You've never done it and you're telling me this is not possible, but I've already done it, so it's possible for me. That gives you your confidence and experience. Now, in the initial period of when you start that creative thing, something risky, something new that people are going to say, no, it's not going to work. Remember to stick to it long enough without expecting anything. When I started putting my YouTube channel videos, I didn't know people were going to watch. I didn't know there was going to be a following. I just put them because I wanted to give the knowledge out to people. And that's exactly the goal even now. People get caught up in too many things, expect results too fast, and give up before it even starts to take off. Or if there's a gap, they don't come back. Or they don't plan it methodically, try to come back too soon when they're not in the right state of mind to impart some knowledge and wisdom and be enthusiastic. Always have to remember what your first goal was when you put the first video out and why you put it out. And now I feel comfortable, now I feel confident, now I feel ready to go ahead and do that and talk about some of these spiritual things. But I've already talked about it in this video, about the last 3 years of my life. How the methods of mindfulness, meditation, affirmations, putting positive thoughts in your mind and staying away from negativity and making patterns, techniques, mechanisms. If you're a writer, okay, I have a habit, I wake up in the morning, I write 3 pages no matter what. Okay, some days you'll write 3, some days you'll write 10. Other days, a story, a rhythm will develop. I took 600 pictures over the last year. This is after COVID began, when things were really bad, and I forced myself, disciplined myself to go out and take pictures. They're on my Instagram profile. You can check them out. Malibu Will 5 is the Instagram profile. That's my handle. And just having that, the struggle, the discipline needed, the ability you have to harness every single day, not wait for the best inspiration to come along and do it in the worst of circumstances and still go out and make productive output is what helped me survive. So more about this, my journey, and more of these techniques coming soon. Thank you for watching. Hope this is helpful. Be well.